howdy. Bit of a surprise here. I held off from telling everybody right up until now. We are going to take a steam train. We're at the Kettle Valley Railway, the last remaining part of it, or at least. So what we're going to do is at 1 o'clock, we're going to get ready. We're going to board the train. We got a car. We're sitting in the McCullough car, not a non-enclosed car, which is nice. So we're going to go 45 minutes down the track and come back. Okay. Should be pretty good. It's quite funny, actually. You know, you'd say a lot of times out of the government. This is one of those weird cases where the government actually kind of stood up and really kind of made it happen. So years ago, the Summerland Kettle Valley Heritage Society, they wanted to keep a section of track. So they contacted the CPR and they said, could we have some money saved up? Could we buy some track from you guys? And because we want to keep it available. And the CPR said, yeah, sure, we'll get back to you with the price. What the CPR did instead was they did one better. Is they contacted the federal government and said, could you guys take over and kind of make this a heritage site, right? Because the CPR understands the value, the history, and how important it all is. So what the government did was they bought the railway for the Heritage Society, and it's now protected. And the Summerland Railway Society was able to use the money that they were going to use to buy the railway to do renovations and fix the station, get the steam engine going. So it's going to be really good, guys. We're taking a 115-year-old steam engine. I'm just I'm swelled with excitement. I can't even contain myself. Oh, the last time I was on a steam train was 25 years ago. So God, it's going to be an experience. Steam engines have a long history. It's the first century is actually when they were first made. Is called an oleopile. And it served no function other than just to prove that mechanical motion was possible with steam, right? And then progressively over the years, the steam technology was refined, right? They got a little bit better. It's the English coal mining industry, actually, when they're mining coal in England in the 1700s. That's when steam power and steam engine power and steam turbines really kind of came to the forefront. So Mr. Newcomen in 1712, he designed the current, patented, what we most you would see today, right, with old steam engines. So we're going to do a little bit of steam engine anatomy, right? You've got your firebox there. That spout where all the steam comes out, that's for the smoke in the firebox, right? Because you got smoke from the coal and you're burning coal, right? Well, these are oil burners, but this is an oil burner. It's converted to an oil burner. But if you had coal, let's say theoretically you're burning coal, right? And you got the smoke from the coal that comes out that top, right? And then so there's a big boiler in that circular area there. It's a massive boiler full of water, and then there's these tubes, right, with little holes in them. And as the water heats up, it turns to steam. And it goes through the holes, the perforations in the pipe. And then the steam supplies air to the bell, to the whistle. It's like a pipeline that travels down. So that's the big boiler, right? So the steam is moving, it's powering all of this stuff up here. Your coal smoke comes out here. You've got all your stuff up there that's powered by the steam that's as the steam is making its way to this part, and then comes down and it pushes the piston out, and then it comes back and pulls it sucks it back in, right? And that's how it works. So you see all the valves there. A really cool piece of machinery, super cool.
Also, we maintain balance and the safety and visibility, so you're not blocking someone else's view. Okay, tickets please, and if you're in a group of 3 or 4, assign it to one person, I will do a better job. One, Wiedersehen, down, sayonara, here we go. See that little bit on the right-hand side? That is a flume. That's the flume do in this case. It takes some of the water in the truck treat them complete pipes like the short. That's on the east side, literally on the left-hand side of the Truck Creek Reservoir, which was created somewhere drinking Down to the ground, all on that.
There's nothing for you. You can see it. He's running it backwards too. Amazing, bro. This is really cool. This rock cut. That's the coolest noise ever, Papa. It's a real steam whistle, Papa.
And it also pops off and gets up towards our goal. Now the red building coming up on the right-hand side of the old coal shed for the engineers to go. On the left-hand side is where the station is. When we started to use the old coal like this on the site, so we can get our staff and our volunteers to go to the station. Now, right there in the left.
Oh, there's a station. There's a station. West Summerland Station. And people are waving at the train.
So McCullough started construction in 1910. The first train came through here on the 31st of May 1915, completed up to Hope, BC by 1916. To hook up to the CPR line so you could actually get on the train in the prairies coming through West Summerland on the way to Vancouver. Now this is our second steam engine, folks. When we first started, we used a logging engine from the Forest Museum on Vancouver Island, Duncan, BC. We used it for a few years until we heard about this engine here, which used to be the backup to the famous Royal Hudson out of North Vancouver for many years, until they both went into disrepair. So they put this engine up for an auction. We put a bid on it. We won the bid. Then we had to ship a truck and trailer on the highway, so there's no longer the tracks running out of town. Took our crews and our volunteers 2 years to rebuild, 3716. Now, where's the engineer? The engineer's on the far side, like they do in England. The fireman is on this side, and he doesn't put the fire out. He keeps the fire going to boil the water to make the steam, to give it all the power to pull these cars up. Check out the wheels as you go by. 280. 2 little wheels in front, 8 big drivers, and no wheels under the cab. Here comes the 3716, folks. Hello folks, welcome to the historic Trout Creek Trestle Bridge. When Andrew McCullough and his crew built this trestle bridge in 1913, it wasn't only the largest on the Kettle Valley line. This trestle bridge was the third largest of its type in all of North America at the time of construction. We are about 230 feet above the Trout Creek below. That's about 75 meters high. The steel bridge about 600 feet long and 200 meters. The total length across the canyon is about 1,500 feet or about 500 meters. Now take a look towards the lake. You see that mountain range? That mountain range divides the Okanagan Valley from the Kettle Valley, which is on the far side. Now, when the train used to leave Penticton, it would zigzag up that mountainside, finally through the lowest part to the left there, which is the Chute Lake Pass, go in behind the top of the Okanagan Mountain Provincial Park, and all the way up towards Myra Canyon, where they built those 18 trestles and 2 tunnels. The train never did go into Kelowna, but there was a stagecoach service supplied from Kelowna up to Myra Canyon to catch the train. The train then would continue down the east side of that mountain range into another valley, that valley being the Kettle Valley, where Highway 33 is, Beaverdell, Rock Creek, east of it right beyond. We're going to pull ahead now, and we'll be able to get off at the next stop, track to the middle track, and we'll make it once it's safe, and we should be able to walk there and check it out. Otherwise, there is a bypass for bicycles being part of the Trans-Canada Bicycle Walking Trail. Okay, when the train stops up ahead, we'll open up both doorways, folks.
Okay, so we just got off the train. We're gonna go get a picture and then get back on the train. And the train's gonna be in front of us now. It was behind us, and they were driving backwards, so they're gonna be driving forwards now. So it'll be cool. And then we're gonna go back to Summerland. Oh, they gotta fill it with water. Oh, they're filling it up with water. So this is a prime example of what I was talking about, how you can only go so far because your water is your fuel, right? You guys have like a reservoir down there, or like tanks, or are you just pumping it out of like a spring or something?
Water?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
It's water main.
There's a lot of water, like 10,000 gallons or something, right?
The tender holds 10,000 gallons. We take on about as much as we can every trip.
Oh yeah.
So usually about 2,000 gallons is what we use on a regular trip. But we just had the boiler washed out on Friday, so we used water from the tender to refill the boiler.
Yeah. Trout Creek, Kettle Valley Railway. This is where all the magic happens, right here. This is the propulsion. You can see the piston A, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then it drives all of this, right? The drive wheels. Yeah. That's like the coolest thing ever, man. Like, it's so cool. Like, I love it. Canyon view. So we're gonna head back to Summerland now. We just went on the trestle, stopped on the trestle. We got out, had a picture. They're refueling right now because we can't get home unless we get more water, right? That's why every 12 or 10 kilometers you see these random towns with nothing there. That's because they were filling up the steam engines back then, and there's no need for them now. But this is a prime example of how you go like 10, 12 clicks in the middle of nowhere and you got to fill up. So that was the, you know, these were the gas stations, right? We're basically sitting at the gas station today.
We're gonna get to change that up.
That noise, man, the chugging, the actual chugging noise. I love how everybody in the neighborhood is just like, people are running out of their houses.
epic, man. He has like hat too, like conductor hat, like saying some art like the same word.
That's why the train doesn't exist anymore. So those cars driving beside us, that's why we don't have this anymore. So cool, you can hear it. You can actually hear the piston like firing.
It's very calming.
It is soothing. And the whistle too. Oh, this is a flume. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah. Just coming back into the station. It's pretty thrilling, man. Prairie Valley Station. Okay, so Kettle Valley Railway, that was absolutely incredible. Words cannot do it justice. Like I said, thank you, Thomas Newcomen, for your invention there, refining the invention. And guys, if you ever find yourself near Summerland, it's pretty close to Kelowna, you got to come out and do it. It's absolutely incredible. It's an absolutely incredible experience. And yeah, you got it.